Hello and welcome to Roma Loves Yoga. So today we are going to do another strengthening flow. This is going to have a bit more kind of sun salutation in it. So there's going to be things like chaturanga in here for strengthening through our chest and our shoulders. And we're going to get into our chair pose sequence straight away to just really work on our quads and our buttocks. So to begin with, we're going to come to the top of the mat. Feel free to take blocks in this practice. I'm going to use them today so that, in my forward fold, I'm just bringing the floor to meet me slightly. So feel free to take in your chair pose. You can either bring the feet together so you can squeeze the thighs together in your pose. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider. I'm going to make room for my hips here. It's completely up to you what feels nice. So we're going to start in our mountain pose. You're going to be pushing down and pushing out through the feet so you can feel those big muscles begin to engage. Bring the hands to heart center, chins parallel to the floor. Those shoulders are relaxed and growing nice and tall through the torso. To begin with, let's inhale and take those arms up in front of us, coming into our chair pose. Just make sure that you're tucking that tail, the core is pulling in, arms are out in front of you here. And then as we push into the heels and come up, we're going to bring those arms back past the body, pushing the pelvis forward slightly so you can feel the buttocks squeeze. Inhale, you're going to take the arms forwards, and exhale, you're going to bring yourself back up, pushing the pelvis forward slightly and giving the buttocks a squeeze. Inhale, we're going to come back into our chair, taking the arms forwards. Exhale, pushing up and squeezing. Bring those arms back beyond the body. Inhale, coming down. And exhale, bringing the arms back, pushing the pelvis forward slightly and squeezing. Let's do that 2 more times. With the breath, inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up, and squeeze. Now this time, we're going to come into our chair pose, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. Again, tucking that tail, engaging the core. We're going to bring the right hand behind, left hand in front to begin with. And then floating that hand back towards the ceiling. And then going the other way. Inhale, bringing the arm back up. And exhale, go. Inhale, coming back to our chair. And exhale, going the other way. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, coming down into our forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, long spine from belly button to chin. Exhale, forward fold. Just pausing here, allowing the head to relax down towards the floor. Taking either elbow with the opposite hand, maybe just gently swaying from side to side. I recommend having the feet a little bit wider if you did have your feet together to begin with. Then just coming to stillness, bringing the hands back down to the floral blocks, bending slightly through the knees, and then just bringing the hands back up into our chair pose here. Relaxing through the shoulder, tail, bringing that right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, bringing the hands back up. Exhale, going towards the other side now. Right hand forwards, left hand back. And inhale, coming back up. Exhale, going the other way. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, going the other way. Inhale, taking those arms up, relaxing through the shoulders, coming down into our forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, coming into our halfway lift. exhale, bringing the hands back down. Just allowing the head to release here. Bring the hands to either elbow, swaying from side to side. Let's just decompress that lower spine and the neck. Coming to stillness, bending through the knees ever so slightly, bringing ourselves back into our chair, and then bringing ourselves back to our mountain. From here, we're just going to slide that left leg back, and we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So really making sure that back leg is straight and strong. This front knee isn't overshooting the ankle, and we're going to take the hands up towards the ceiling. Just taking a breath here, feeling that strength through the legs. And then we're just going to take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and just take a little side bend here towards the right hand side. Then bring yourself back to center, grabbing the right wrist with the left hand now, and then going the other way. Bringing ourselves back to center here, and then just coming into a warrior two. So allowing that back foot, the outside of the foot, to come into the mat, taking the hands out wide, they're nice and strong, and then bending through that front knee. Just make sure the direction's going over that little toe. Imagine you tearing the mat apart between the legs so you can really feel the strength and engagement between the legs here. And then we're just going to drop that left arm, taking the right arm over the body for a reverse warrior. Taking a breath in and releasing a breath out. Bring the hands back down to your warrior two. Take the arms up on the inhale, and as you exhale, just bring the feet into facing towards the side of your mat at a 10 and 2 o'clock position. As you exhale, bring the hands down through heart center, bending down into those knees. Just make sure the knees are tracking over the toes, that tail is tucked, and you've come into your goddess pose. From here, let's take the hands out into a cactus position, relaxing through those shoulders, spreading into the fingertips here. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Feeling that lactic acid building up in the thighs. You can do it though. On your next exhalation, pushing into the heels of the feet, bringing yourself back up, and then taking the arms up towards the ceiling. Let's do a warrior two the other way. So bringing that right foot to point inwards, taking the left foot now to point to the top of the mat, taking those arms out wide, just making sure that knee isn't overshooting the ankle, and a nice strong warrior two the other way. Just taking a breath here before we drop that right hand and take the left hand over the body for a reverse warrior. Just allow this right shoulder to relax, feeling that stretch down the front of the body, bringing ourselves now back into our warrior two. Now we're going to pivot up onto the toe of this back foot, and we're going to come into our crescent lunge facing the back of the mat now. Just taking a breath in, releasing a breath out. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand now, and just leaning towards the right hand side. Just feeling the balance being challenged, little corrections in the body. Bringing ourselves back to center. Taking the wrist the other way, and then just leaning towards the left hand side now. Try to again keep relaxed through the shoulders so the shoulders are not creeping up towards the ears. Coming back to center here, bringing the hands to heart center, and then we're going to come into our mountain at the top of the mat. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling, Exhale, come into your forward fold. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Inhale, taking the arms all the way up towards the ceiling and coming down through your mountain. Now sliding that right foot back into our crescent lunge, taking the arms up towards the ceiling, relaxing through the shoulders, taking a breath here. Now coming into our warrior two, taking a breath here. On your next inhale, dropping the right hand, taking the left hand over the body. Inhale here. And exhale, coming back to your warrior two. On your inhale now, taking both hands up towards the ceiling as you straighten that left leg, bringing the feet towards your 10 and 2 position. Exhale, coming down into your goddess pose. Tuck that tail, hands are at heart center, and then take those arms out wide, spreading into those fingertips. Taking a breath in and releasing a breath out. Breath in and releasing a breath out. Taking a breath in, releasing a breath out. Pushing into the heels to bring you back up, taking the arms up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, coming into our warrior two the other way. So left foot is pointing in 45 degrees, right foot is pointing towards the top of the mat, arms are strong. Just imagine you're tearing that mat apart between the feet. Then just dropping the left hand, taking that right hand over the body for a reverse warrior. And bringing the hand back to our warrior now, pivoting up onto that left toe, bringing the arms up towards the ceiling for our crescent lunge. Release the breath out, bringing the hands to heart center, coming into our mountain, taking the arms up towards the ceiling on the inhale, exhale coming into our forward fold. Inhale, coming into our halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, taking the arms up towards the ceiling. And coming straight back down through heart center into our forward fold. From here we're going to come to a plank, so taking that right foot into our lunge and then taking the left foot directly back into our plank. Feel free to put the knees on the floor here. The hands are directly underneath the shoulders, and we're just pushing the weight forwards slightly in the hips. So we're not here, we're not here, we're just feeling that engagement through the core. Belly button is pulling up towards the spine. Now from here, I'm just going to move my props out of the way. You're going to lower yourself down towards the floor. Elbows are going to stay tucked in. And as you exhale, you're going to come all the way down. So if you're in your high plank, just make sure everything is pushing away from the floor. And as you exhale, just slowly lowering ourselves down. Inhale, pushing the floor away from us, zipping the legs together, coming into our mini cobra. Exhale, bringing the forehead down, tucking the toes, pushing ourselves up to our box. And then exhale, coming into our downward dog. Taking a deep breath in here, releasing a breath out. Just shake the head out, yes and no. And then just start to bring the knees back down towards the floor. Come and sit on your heels. And very well done. I hope that you have a lovely Christmas, and I hope that you feel ready for it. However your Christmas looks this year, even though it may be a little bit different, I hope that you feel that loved and that you can spread a little bit of joy around the world. So thank you very much for practicing with Roma Loves Yoga. Next week's sequence will be much slower. We're going to grab loads of props and do some restorative yoga, because after Christmas we can feel quite run down with all the adrenaline and all the rushing around to make sure that Christmas is really special.